edited several things recently out of the podcast that I indeed said that I was going to edit out.
Okay.
At least 5 times in the history of Dork Trek, things have been edited out.
This was recent. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I said I'll edit that out, and I totally did. I went back and found it and did it. Now you're humming. No, it's okay.
I was touching. Did you see the video on this?
Why are you yelling at me, Ben?
I'm not, because you keep saying you're humming when I'm obviously doing something to the mic.
With your Gallifrey shirt on.
Who's Gallifrey?
Oh yes, from Doctor Who.
Planet of the Time Lords.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know shit about no Doctor Who.
Yeah, well, hey, here's the cool thing, and Dennis might know this, being from this nebula. You can't wear anything with that C word on it without somebody going, "Did you go to the Citadel?" No. I went to VMI. Here's my tattoo I scratched on at the rally last week. Okay,
that's correct.
Those pretend military academies.
Yeah,
they're not the real deal.
Not the real deal.
Like, look, buddy, if you want to play like you went to an academy, why not pick Starfleet like I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to a real academy.
It's in the name, Starfleet Academy.
That's right.
We're not an institute.
I will say that I was super excited today because on Patreon for the Bob is... I don't even know what it's really called anymore. I just do a Patreon where like I share comic work there and audio and whatnot. Somebody was like, hey, you and Dennis should do like 10 minutes of soccer talk. I would really be into that. And I was like, oh, all right, that's kind of neat. And then later on Twitter, somebody else asked, hey, you and Dennis should do like some soccer talk. I'd be into that. And I was like, oh my gosh, 2 people in the same day asked us to do soccer talk. Same guy. I was sad. I was really excited for a minute. It would be like
in a social media bubble.
Yeah, I guess. It would have been fun though to do, if we got 2 requests for soccer in one day. I was pretty excited.
I know we've gotten requests not to talk about soccer.
Well, those people can suck it. And if we do it early enough, I can just edit it out and it can just be on its own. So I guess while we're waiting for Jenny, what happened to John Joe Shelby on Sunday? Why did he go insane?
He didn't even really go insane. It was just kind of dumb. Like, it's something you can get away with if the referee's not standing right there.
His referee was literally...
He was like 5 feet away, looking directly at him. It's like, oh, you stepped on that guy. Okay.
And not just any guy, but Dele Alli. Like, oh, you stomped on Dele Alli's ankle.
Yeah, the future of English football.
Barcelona, soon-to-be Barcelona great Dele Alli just stepped right on his foot.
Real Madrid's Dele Alli.
The thing is, I was watching a lot of that game. You guys were playing okay. You weren't making...
They were good.
Yeah.
It's not like we were hammered.
Yeah, and it's not like you were making a bunch of chances. It was like a kind of a good 0-0 stalemate, and then fucking stupid John Joe Shelby goes and steps on Dele Alli's ankle right in front of the official.
Yeah.
It was a real bummer. I was bummed out for you. Now, John Joe Shelby, he's like a less fun Mario Balotelli, right? Like, because he's kind of crazy and does a lot of dumb shit, but at least he's not very charming and fun about it. He just looks like a Nazi.
He looks like a Nazi.
Right?
He's the most ethnic-looking Nazi I've ever seen.
Really? I don't know. He's weird looking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still talking about Dele Alli.
No, I'm talking about John Joe.
Okay. Yeah. Not as bad as your boy Martin Skirtle.
He's the biggest Nazi in football, Martin Skirtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was sad that you guys lost. I was hoping some good stuff would happen.
To win.
Now, how many points do you think Newcastle will finish with this season? Are you guys going to get relegated back down? Are you going to finish like in the middle?
I don't think so. I think hopefully we can finish in like 12th.
Okay. All right.
I trust in Rafa.
Yeah. And you guys have bought a bunch of people. Bought a lot of people. I mean, spent some money.
I mean, nobody really sexy yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard to get sexy people.
You got to
'Cause
build a squad. So
Yeah. At least you're back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Who do you play this week?
Whatchamacallit? What are they called? Huddleston or Huddle?
Oh, okay. The new team.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. So we don't play anybody big for a few weeks, so we can
You guys
calibrate our team.
You guys don't play us till like Christmas.
Yeah. Then we can start losing hard.
So Jenny is having mic problems.
That's what it said.
And computer problems. I mean, camera problems, apparently.
Yeah, but I can hear you, so that's cool.
Hold on a second. Let's see.
Did I forget to pay the power bill?
You forgot to
No,
pay
it's because
them.
I bought a Mac and they're supposed to just work automatically, and they don't.
Jenny is in the area. What happened to Ben?
Gal.
Ben's gone. He just dipped out. He's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Peace.
You remembered that he could have gotten in on the ground floor on that Apple stock.
God damn.
And just
Son of a bitch.
I'll be right back. I think I need to restart my software here.
Okay. No biggie.
we'll just talk about soccer.
And then fucking United looked amazing. I mean, granted, they played West Ham, which is like the city legend squad at this point. But they looked really good. Lukaku, man.
West Ham is lucky they didn't get relegated last year. So.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
And getting Chicharito, yeah, you're really stepping up your squad there.
But they got Chicharito, Pablo Zabaleta, and Joe Hart. It's like that would have been a great team 6 years ago.
Yeah.
There's Jenny.
Hi.
Hi. But yeah, they lost 4-0. That was bad news. Man United's gonna. I'm afraid they're gonna be good. I'm scared.
Yeah, City looked good.
We looked all right. Not great. I'll take it. I'll take it. Leggett. What's up, Leggett? Leggett.
Oh, nice. Kira Cardassian.
Kira Cardassian and Steve fucking Jobs. What's up, Leggett?
Isn't that like a part of the $10 share pack from KFC?
The Leggett. I'd like a Leggett.
You get 2 Leggets, a breast,
And a biscuit.
and a biscuit.
For $8. A Leggett. And I will tell you this. If you haven't been to the KFC Museum in Corbin, Kentucky, don't go. It's not worth it. It's not good. It's just a regular KFC with like a diorama of what his kitchen would look like and like a couple like weird plaster kind of molds of the Colonel. Not worth it at all.
Well, didn't they have? Do they have the what do you call it? The sit down version though?
No, like I mean, it is a sit-down restaurant, if you will, because
Like
it's a
with
regular
waiters and
KFC. No, but it sucks. Like it's just a KFC that like they stuck in like you'd see it like again like a shitty like Hall of Presidents style kind of kitchen, and it just really kind of sucks because I think Colonel Sanders is cool as shit, dude.
Do they have like the animatronic? Eat my biscuits.
And then he bends over and spreads his butt cheeks. Eat my biscuit. No, they don't have anything like that. It's just like a couple like weird statues of him and stuff, and it's kind of crappy.
Not like the creepy Ronald McDonald's that
No,
are
not-
McDonald's on the bench.
No, not like that. Do they? They might have had one, but he was on. But it's like it's pewter looking or something. Like it's all plaster or something.
It's in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's in the bathroom, and he's watching you pee like this. You can't see that.
It's just an actual old man dressed as
Yeah.
a statue.
Don't mind me, Sonny. Pull out
This
your
is
pecker.
where I get my secret spices.
That's it, Sonny. Pull out your pecker. That's
What?
it. Mm.
What
He was
twist? It was
a
actually
pecker.
Norm Macdonald.
You pull it on. If you shake it more than 3 times, you're masturbating, boy. So just finish the job. That's it, boy. Delicious.
You keep choking that chicken, I'll fry it up.
You choke them, I'll fry it. Boat race. So yeah. What's up, Leggets?
Boat racing.
So there's an interesting Kentucky connection this week.
Are you
Leggett Gilmore, or whatever the hell his name was,
from the Gilmore Girls?
the Gilmore Cardassians is actually from Pressman. What is it? His name is Lawrence Pressman from Kentucky.
Ah, nice. The great Commonwealth of Kentucky.
And he's actually Jewish.
Oh, good for him.
And every member of his family in Russia.
Which is why he's from Kentucky and no longer in Kentucky.
Not in Kentucky.
He's just born there and got the fuck out of there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he was chased out.
Well, they built an ark. Like, there's an actual ark.
Yep.
A Jew ark?
No, it's Noah's Ark. They built Noah's Ark. The guy who has the Creation Museum kind of roped the state into lending him a bunch of money. I guess they gave him like cheap bonds or something, or like tax deferment to build an ark. And it's like 45 minutes from my house. I could be there in an hour and see an ark.
Are there any animals in it?
I mean, like
Kentucky.
shit. Yeah, Kentucky.
Raccoons.
No offense. Nah, I haven't been, so I don't know, but it's real tough.
What is the word for people from Kentucky? Kentuckans or Kentuckians?
I think it's Kentuckians.
Kentuckans.
Kentuckans, yes, that's what it is. Kentuckans.
Because I think, like in Alabama, the official, like in the book, is Alabaman.
Alabaman.
But all the youth services and like even the people who are in charge of that kind of thing, in the state, because we probably have like one old guy say Alabamian.
Alabamian.
It sounds better.
What are you watching, the Met game?
I thought I was. It was a cut in.
Oh, you don't want to watch that. Mets are terrible. Save yourself the agony and the heartache. Travis d'Arnaud playing third base. But anyway, so this episode, what's the name of this episode anyway?
Second Skin.
Second Skin. I
That
got
sounds sexy.
You know what? This is kind of a sexy episode. I'm just trying to get people to listen and stay tuned. Like, wow, really? It's sexy? It's really sexy. It starts off kind of sexy, I guess.
Well, you know, the lesbian date between.
Yeah. This was a
trying
big.
to get up in there.
Yeah, this is like a Red Shoe Diaries opening for DS9. Because that shit was hot back in the day, son. Red Shoe Diaries, baby.
David Duchovny's just
Yeah.
an intro cold open for it.
They be showing them movies on USA, you know, those like adult movies, but not adult movies, if you catch them out here. What was it called? Up All Night? You guys ever watch Up All Night? Where they would.
No.
You don't remember Up All Night?
No.
Oh,
Have
man.
kids back then.
Oh, USA would show like kind of smutty movies, but they would kind of cut all the smut out of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like they would be like, I guess, Dennis, how would you describe it? Kind of like adult in nature.
It's softer than softcore.
Yeah, like edited, like, so it would be softcore porn for like Christians, I guess, if you would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, is it worth like looking it up just to experience it, or is it just boring?
Gilbert Godfrey hosted for a while. He hosted Up All Night. Yeah, like they had a host.
Well, that's
I don't
sexy.
remember that.
Like,
Oh, wait, didn't they have?
and there was some lady who hosted it too. I can't remember the woman's name, but I know Gilbert Godfrey.
Roseanne Barr.
Yes, it was Roseanne Barr. It was Roseanne
You
Danner.
think sex. You think Gilbert Godfrey and Roseanne Barr.
Who was the lady
That
host?
would come from that.
Up All Night on Wikipedia. It was Gilbert Godfrey was one of the hosts, and
Was
Ron.
the guy from Comedy Central on that, or was that a different show? Was that Insomniacs I'm thinking of?
No, the female host was a lady
Yeah, I
named
think it's David
Rhonda
Tell.
Rhonda Shear. Her name was Rhonda Shear. She was the lady host, and she would say "Up All Night." I remember that because I used to watch it all the time. It was on for 10 seasons, 900 episodes.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, and like some of the movies they showed were A Nymphoid Barbarian in Dinosaur Hell, Assault of the Killer Bimbos, Barbarian Queen, Cannibal Woman in the Avocado Jungle of Death, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, Class of Nukem High, Creepshow, Critters, The Evil Dead, Getting Lucky, Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, House Party 1 and 2 for all you black folks out there. I Was a Zombie for the FBI, Miracle Beach, Once Bitten. I remember Once Bitten being on there. Reform Schoolgirls also on there. So yeah, so they just kind of showed like weird movies, and some of them were kind of sexy. Yes.
Yeah.
Sexploitation films. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I can't believe I missed out on this part of our culture.
89 to 98 up all night.
I thought it was going to be something more like some of the Skinamax stuff that used to, because that was just straight softcore porn.
Yeah. I used to watch the shit out of that stuff, baby. That was the best. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was awesome.
No penetration, but they went at it.
They would just like rub I was surprised it wasn't like fires from all the rubbing of genitals on each other.
And all the chafing.
And all the latex involved. I'm sure there was some fires that would happen eventually. There was always some guy, like some intern with a fire extinguisher, like right off camera, just in case. Cut. We gotta. We'll come back tomorrow.
Back to one.
Yeah. But anywho, so yeah, so there's gonna be like some hot date between Kira and Dax. And
because they're going to the Hollow Suite.
But they're not going to Scissor.
Mountain climbing.
Yeah.
Anti-grav sailing or something.
Now, yeah, is that secret code like mountain climb? They're gonna like listen to Indigo Girls and like mountain climb.
They're gonna rub their tits together.
Yeah. Best episode ever. 10. This episode gets a 10. Yeah, do it. Rub your tits together, baby.
Little DS9.
Yeah, DS9 over here. Yeah, rub them titties, yeah. Yo, Dax, like suck on your own nipples. That's so fucking hot. Yeah. Oh God, I'm so hard right now. It's the best.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you so excited, Bob.
Yo, if these two chicks don't start diking out, I'm leaving. Fuck this dumb show. I'm gonna
Long Island Bob.
Yeah. That was awesome. Oh my God. Yo, kiss me right now, Dennis. Right on the lips. If there's not hot man-on-man action suit, I'm going to explode in my pants. Oh God, I'm so hard.
Wait, is this a Mr. Wonderful impression you're doing?
No, it's just they bleed in and out. But I mean, Quark wants in on the action. This is all we see of Quark, and he's kind of pervy.
Yeah. He's like, hey, if you don't like the Hollow Suite, I can show you the right programs to get you into it, you know. By it, what'd you say, Benny? I didn't hear you, Benny. What'd you say?
I got you Hollow Suite right here.
Yeah. Oh, and by Hollow Suite, I mean my bedroom. And by into it, I mean roofies. And sex.
This is a simulation of my quarters. I'm just a hologram. Don't worry, everything that happens here isn't real.
Then why are you putting on a condom? Because even holograms practice safe sex. Yes.
That's right.
The union rule.
If it's a union rule. So yeah, and then Kira can't go because she gets called away because she has to go to the computer machine. Don't they ever like get time off work? Like, isn't she off?
Well,
Or
she's
is it
salary, so it's okay.
Special priority mission.
She's salaried. It's like, hey, you know, whatever. It's all the same stuff.
They give you that fake supervisor promotion, and then your salary, and then they don't have to pay you overtime.
That sucks. Fucking.
Here's your new duty title.
Fucking Federate. Does it come with it?
Emergency essential.
Does that title come with the pay raise? Oh no, I'm sorry. Nah, it's a.
Well, actually, it will, but it doesn't match the overtime hours that you would have.
Now, are you speaking from experience here, Ben?
I back in my days with the Grocers Association of America, yeah.
The Grocers Association?
When I became a third manager, which was I was the dipshit that had the bag of money that was probably going to get shot.
Now, was that your official title? Dipshit with money bound to get shot?
Well, that was like the parenthesis. It was third manager, parenthesis, dipshit with bag of money.
Okay.
Desired skills, bulletproof.
Have you seen The Matrix?
And then the
that
next
thing
promotion was the regional audit manager. So that was,
Ooh.
yeah, so you drove around to all the stores to pick up their bags of money.
So you were really vulnerable at that point.
Human shield. I think
Yes.
that's what you were.
Now,
Bullet sponge.
Now, before
they can't afford drinks.
No, this is Ben's. This was Ben's. Now, before we continue, Jenny, I have to say,
Pinkerton.
your lips look amazing tonight. They're so shiny
Why,
and
thank
red.
you.
How did you come up and find such a wonderful product that makes your lips shine so well?
This is Lip Sense.
Wow,
It's a
that's
fantastic product.
Wow. Now, if I wanted to have bright and beautiful lips like yours, Jenny, how would I go about doing that? How would I acquire this lip sense?
Well, you could go to facebook.com/oral fixation lips or message me.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
There you go, because they look wonderful. Ben is
thank
sure
you.
missing those sweet lips.
And look, he kissed me before I left, and it didn't rub off.
Oh, look at that. That's
Stays on for like ever.
oh yeah. They do look
Your
nice.
side piece, you won't get caught.
Your side piece, yes. Ben with the young folks talk. Now, who's the lady in the rafters at this point? Like, there's just some Kardashian. She's just like, that's the only time.
Cardassian.
She's not Cardassian?
No.
I thought she was a Cardassian because I thought she had that weird. Now, why do the female Cardassians have that like glowing area on their forehead?
I think that's makeup, right?
Well, see, I noticed that the third one from the bottom on the neck was the same color as the thing in the middle
Mm-hmm.
forehead, and and theirs has that like pale blue thing. And I think I'm going to agree with Dennis that I'm almost to the point of thinking it's makeup because
It's
there's
Cardassian Lip Sense.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Well, it's like how Earth women used to wear eyeshadow back in the 2260s.
Eyeshadow.
That's
Now
what-
you don't think it's like that's where they
shadow.
that's where they ovulate from is their weird blue forehead and neck thing. Like it all just starts here and
That's
works
actually
its way
why-
to their cha-cha.
No, when they're in heat, it glows blue on the neck and
Yeah.
forehead. Yeah.
It's like a symbol. Oh, she's
Very functional.
primed and ready to bone. What, man? Her fucking dots blazing.
Look, man. Light blue.
Their Santa Claus story is a completely, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer thing. It takes a whole new culture.
So you just think
Maybe
it's
help out with family planning.
so you only saw this person in the rafters one time.
Well, no, she shows up a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
See, I must have missed that. I only
She
missed that.
follows when Kira takes her flight to Bajor, and was it Cisco tells her goodbye at the gate or whatever,
I must have missed that part.
and then
I
Kira
missed
walks
that
under the shuttle, and then this the weird rafter chick walks past and gets on the same flight.
Because Kira gets a phone call and she's all, well, not a phone, I guess it's a video message to FaceTime. They're FaceTime and she's like, hey, you were Kira Nerys in jail, right? At some prison in here? And she's like, fuck, no, that wasn't me. I was living in a cave. She's like, no, you was in jail, son. I remember. Here's your picture. And they show her and she's like,
Oh shit!
that's what her picture looked like when she was in jail like that. Like she was trying to escape and they took the picture right as she was trying to escape.
It's like when the spotlight hits you. When you
Yeah. Maybe if I stay really still, they won't see me. She was at a mime college. Everyone can't see, but we're all pantomiming something at the
So that's
time.
why they need to get the Patreon so they can get the video.
Maybe I'm working on that
The
now.
prison guards aren't Tyrannosaurus Rexes. They don't hunt by movement.
They drop their gun and they can't pick it up.
Oh shit! I can't tell if Dennis is frozen or he's just really still.
Doing that
His eyes moved.
Just don't want to get caught.
His eyes moved. Yeah, so then Kira goes and sees Cisco, and she's like, I was never in this fucking jail, which, I mean, if someone says, like, yeah, oh, no, it's what's his face? Odo is like, well, someone's fucking with you, or someone fucked with you, and you don't remember being in jail, basically. It's like getting an email from the fucking prince from Africa who he needs your help getting his money. Or the African student, or whatever it is.
Nigerian finance minister.
Yes. Somebody told me they got one from, it was a student from Africa who was moving to the States and needed money to buy school books and stuff. And like they fell for it like an idiot.
$10 million of
I need
books.
$10 million of book schools.
Well, see, yeah, but I don't know when's the last time you bought college textbooks, but that's believable. Like freshman year.
I haven't bought college textbooks in quite some time, so it might be. I don't know.
Now, the best thing was buying them wrapped in plastic and then borrowing somebody else's and then turning it back in at the end of the semester to get the refund. Still wrapped in plastic. Hey, still in plastic. Full refund.
That's very smart. Then why buy it in the first place?
Unless they change the textbook in the next semester, then you're screwed.
But then why buy the book in the first place if you don't plan on opening
we
it?
had to. 'Cause I went to the academy, so we had to.
You went to Starfleet
Starfleet.
Academy with Ben?
Yeah.
Were you in Ben in the same class at Starfleet Academy?
Nah, he was 2 classes ahead of me.
Okay.
But we had the same drama class. Everybody had the same drama class.
The same
so.
drama class. Intro
It
to
was just like
theater.
a big auditorium.
Yes.
Well, it was actually in the cafetorium.
The cafetorium.
Those budget cuts back in the day, it's kind of rough.
So where are we here?
The
Buying
teaser.
school books.
No,
So
Oh,
she goes to the
Ben's
planet,
moving.
basically,
Holy
right?
shit.
Oh my god.
Freaking me out,
I'm
man.
getting vertigo.
Vertigo.
POV cam.
Yeah. Bill, this is a
Right
really big
here.
hotel suite you have, Ben.
No,
Jesus.
dude, this
I
is
know.
it's a 3-bedroom deal. Look,
Wow.
there's the bedroom.
Holy
Look
crap.
at
The action takes place.
Yes. So I feel like I'm on the
You have a
shittiest.
hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hallway of my room in the hotel.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's
This is
ridiculous.
South Carolina
And then here's the
cribs.
front window. I have a back window and a front window.
That's really nice. Now, this isn't the place you stayed with the fireplace and whatnot?
No, this is down the street from that.
Okay.
No, this is emergency housing because the eclipse is coming.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because all the areas from Salem, Oregon through Charleston that are in the path of the eclipse for Monday the 21st are packed. So if you don't have a room, you're not getting a room.
Oh, okay.
So they're
Interesting.
charging like $500 or something.
Yikes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what these are for.
Whoa. We got ours.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Now, did you get the good ones?
Nice.
Or you didn't get the recall ones, right?
We tested them out, and like some of them are too dark, and then I think this pair is okay. But then
Mhm.
Stephanie bought ones, I guess that are supposed to be better. But yeah, so it's weird because they were too dark. Because like we just took them outside and looked at the sun, and you couldn't see anything.
You couldn't even
Those-
see the sun.
No, so those ones are basically just like pieces of metal.
Maybe I should test out the ones we got before
Yeah.
I take them.
Yeah, go out like
they
just
still
go out-
teach kids to make the shoe boxes.
Yeah, the box
Oh.
thing. No,
With
now
the
they
pinhole.
just sell them sunglasses and hope they don't go blind.
Just hope you don't go blind.
Hey, whoops, sorry, kid.
All right, I'm going to take the kids out for recess. The ones that are smart may make it. The ones that don't. I was telling someone the reason that you go blind from looking at the eclipse, it's because the light is hitting us harder.
It's because you masturbated too much.
Well, no, it's because it's like when you put your thumb over a hose pipe
Uh-huh.
and the water sprays harder. Well, the
Makes
moon
sense.
is going in front of the sun like your thumb, and it makes the light go faster at your face.
Yeah, call me some. I mean, you know, that sounds good enough for me.
Is this one of your Star Trek explanations, Ben?
I mean, I'm totally into it.
No, this is one of my.
The same amount of light has to make it to Earth, right?
This is
So it
one of
just
Ben's like
goes
smart ass
harder at
answers. That's what it
badges.
is. He's just being a smart ass.
Like, let me see if I can trick people into
Yeah.
believing this
Well,
shit.
when we were pulling the ship into the Netherlands, they've got those offshore windmills because and it's because green energy and all that.
Fucking
One of the sailors,
lamos.
Hippies.
we were out smoking on the side of the ship as it was pulling in, and one of the young sailors was like, "Oh, what are those?" I said, "Well, those are fans." And she goes, "Why are there fans out here?" So we see the Netherlands. It's not like a democracy like the United States, because the United States, we have everything has to go through Congress and the president and the Supreme, all that boring shit. Well, over here they still have a king, and one day the king went to the beach and he had a nice, cool ocean breeze coming in, and he liked it. But the next time he went, no breeze. So he's kind of pissed off. And so they had to make these big, giant fucking fans that they put offshore here. They turn on whenever the king comes to the beach. And she looked at him and she's like, wow, we're so lucky to live in America. And, one of my friends was like, hey, dude, you got to tell her, that's bullshit. I'm like,
No, I will not.
I cannot ethically tell her the truth at this point.
I refuse. If she believes that's her own dumb fault.
Yeah.
She just rails against wind energy now because she's like, it's a scam. It's all fans for
bullshit.
kings.
It's fake news. It's fake news.
I directly am responsible for the election of Donald J. Trump.
I mean, way to go, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
God.
One fan joke, and I destroyed the country.
Fake
It
news.
was the first domino.
I think that's fake news too. Now there's too much fake news. I'm just confused. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Kira
Everything's
Nerys
fake
got
news.
kidnapped. Fake news.
Yeah, I mean fake news. So Kira Nerys does get kidnapped, I guess, and she ends up on.
She wakes up Cardassian?
Yeah, it's weird. She wakes up and she's like, "Oh shit, I must have got so fucking drunk last night, bro. Tell me what I did." Like, "Oh my god, I'm a total Cardassian. That's crazy, man. Like, wow, how fucking drunk was I? Why did you guys let me drink that last fucking Jello shooter, bro? God, I was so wasted. I can't believe
The
it."
worst thing is she now has an Instagram account and she can't stop posting on it.
No.
She's doing duck face
Yeah.
with her snake neck.
Wait, which one does the Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
That was I don't know, Janner. That was a Janner.
Oh.
Because she's not even a Cardassian. She's a Janner. I don't know. I know there's Kim and Kyle. It's
Isn't
Kim.
There's
And
Chloe.
there's
She was married
Kim.
to Lamar Odom.
There's Kim and Kyle and Carl and Clyde and
Which one got railed by Ray J?
that's Kim. She's the
Okay.
most famous of them.
Right.
But so it's Kim and Clyde and
'Cause
Carl.
We've seen her have sex.
Yes. It's Kim and Carl and Clyde and Charlemagne and Cornelius,
Special K.
Special K Cardassian. And then I'm trying to think of more K names, but there's not really but Courtney's a real one, so I don't want to do that one. That would ruin it.
There's a knock knock joke Cardassian, but the K is silent.
There is no silent one in the Kardashian family. I'm sorry.
But she wakes up and she's a total Kardashian. Wow, man. Talk about a fucking mind fuck right there, bro. Because what does she hate more than anything in the whole wide world?
The Kardashians.
Whoa! Like my fucking brain's on fire, man.
And
At this point, we were watching it, and my daughter said, "This is just a holodeck thing." She was like, they set it up at the beginning that, she's never been in a good holodeck program. She was like, somebody just put her into a program to, like, screw with her. And I was like, yeah, that's totally legit.
Space Ashton Kutcher hops out. He's like, "Oh shit, you've been space
Exactly.
punk, bitch." Oh, Kira, look, they were all in on it. Nah, I didn't know what to think. I just, it's kind of Twilight Zone-y that she wakes up the thing she hates the most. You know, like it's very much Twilight Zone-y. So I was kind of in. I was like, oh, this is interesting because this isn't TNG, so I didn't assume holodeck. Like if this happened on TNG, I'd have been like, oh, this is a holodeck episode.
But see, I thought there was a TNG episode that was a ripoff of the James Garner movie. I had to look it up just in 36 Hours. And that 36 Hours got ripped off by G.I. Joe with Shipwreck. And then TNG did it, and I thought this was going to be another one of those.
Now, what was the TNG episode?
Where Riker wakes up 16 years in the future and has a son. And
okay.
Then we come to find out, oh no, the Romulans captured him, and they're making him think it's 16 years in the future. And then we find out, no, it's actually just the aliens.
This isn't the play? This isn't the play
the
one?
Kid is an alien.
Okay.
This is the kid is an alien. And he's like he's like the Scarlet Witch. He can alter reality.
God, the weird part is like I watched TNG 3 times in a row all the way through, and like sometimes when we talk about episodes, I'm like, I don't fucking remember any of that. Like, what?
Well, see, James Garner is a Navy lieutenant in World War II, and it's just before D-Day. And he's got the D-Day plans. He and Eisenhower know the day that it's going to go down and know where it's going to go down.
Did they have a permit to show up there? Because if not, I mean, the Nazis had a permit.
No. The Nazis had a permit to be at the beach, but the Allies didn't.
There were some very bad guys on that other side, too.
Showed up and started charging at him.
Yeah, they started charging at him, man.
And so the Nazis
what were they supposed to do?
James Garner. And then they knock him out or whatever. And then he wakes up and he's in a hospital, and the war is over years ago, and his hair's got gray, and you've been in a coma, blah blah blah. Really was great how we won the war. What day did we go ashore? Oh, I can't remember. You know, they were trying to get
That's really shitty because, like, you would know that. You would know what day the war ended, you dummy. Like, what day was that again?
June.
September.
So is that like at the end of Captain America when he thinks that the Nazis are playing a trick on him?
Yeah.
After he was frozen in the ice. He thinks that they're doing the same thing to him. Is that probably a reference to that movie?
It very well could be.
This movie sounds interesting, and I like James Gardner, so I may watch this.
Yeah, 36 Hours.
Is it streaming anywhere?
I don't know, but it's worth looking for.
If not,
does the old-looking James Garner look like old James Garner?
No, he looks like young, handsome James Garner with white stuff in his hair.
Now, if not, maybe I can find it at my local library.
Yeah, which is the same thing they did with Shipwreck.
Oh, they did the same thing with Shipwreck?
Yeah, Cobra needed to know when G.I. Joe was going to do some secret thing or transport something, and Shipwreck was the one that knew. And so
Sergeant Schultz is in this movie.
Oh.
So is Alan
as Sergeant Schultz?
Kinda. He plays some German guy. And then so is Alan Napier, who is Alfred from the original Batman.
Yeah.
Huh, what a cast.
Yeah.
So you've got Alfred and Schultz.
Yeah.
And Rod Taylor.
Which, you know, with Schultz and Alan Napier, though, Schultz and Klink show up on an episode of Batman when Batman's climbing up the wall.
Yes, that's right. We talked about that. Yes. And how whatever problem is happening in Gotham needs to be fucking shelved immediately because there's fucking Nazis in Gotham. Like, do you have...
Batman's a vigilante. Vigilantes are illegal.
You have bona fide Nazis in a really nice hotel in Gotham. They're just hanging out.
They rented that room legally. Batman just charged up the side of the wall.
Fucking Batman.
They were just looking for Hogan. They're trying to find their friend Hogan.
Yeah.
No, they were looking for an escaped prisoner named Hogan.
Yep.
Who had illegally escaped legal captivity.
And he was filming ladies during sex, I bet, too, because that's what he was into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's really what he was into. That was before it was fashionable. Think about that. That got him killed.
Yeah.
Like, now he'd be a hero. Like, you know?
Half of these women would have major careers now for no
Yeah. if we're gonna build statues for people, it should be to that guy that made filming people during sex
Crane.
A-okay. Yeah, Bob Crane.
I always mess up his name and want to call him Stephen Crane.
Yeah, I always blow his name too. Bob Crane deserves a statue for making recording people having sex the norm. Like, he was a pioneer. You know what I mean? He's like the Jackie Robinson. Yeah.
The statue is just like a curtain, and like he's coming through.
He's the Jackie
It's
Robinson.
gotta be animatronic.
I'm telling you, man, he's
gotta
the
be
Jackie
animatronic.
Robinson of people filming people during sex. This guy, he's great. What a hero, a national hero.
He had it roughest, but
He
he
had
had to, be the pioneer.
He had a vision of recording himself having sex with people. Yeah, he's a real Abe Lincoln.
American hero.
Yep. Let's build. You know what? Let's start a GoFundMe page for that guy. That'd be fun.
We're tearing down statues of Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson. I mean, when do we tear down the statues of Bob Crane?
Having sex with people. I mean, he's a hero to a whole generation.
We don't actually have to tear down these other statues. We can just remake them as Bob Crane statues.
They're all like, we just change every name. Like, if there's a Robert E. Lee High School, no, Bob Crane High School.
Bob Crane.
The Bob Crane High School for people having sex being filmed.
Wait, I thought this was Jefferson Davis Highway. No, it's Bob Crane Highway.
Everything's Bob Crane.
All the statues have like a Super 8.
He's getting and his pants are around his ankles. Yeah, that's what. Let's start a GoFundMe page to make, because I mean, think about the culture that we live in now. This is, I mean, he was a forerunner. We got to do this. A GoFundMe page.
This will bring people together.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
This will unite, because everybody likes videotaping themselves having sex. So, I mean, I've never done it. Because I don't want to see that. But
I've never had sex.
yes, it was magic. We had our children. Magic.
Yes.
It's the magic nightstand.
Yeah. But anywho. So yeah, so now she's a Cardassian, and it just goes bonkers, man.
Yeah, so apparently she was a deep cover Cardassian.
That's a great movie. That's a sleeper movie, son. You should watch Deep Cover. If you haven't seen Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne, it's real good. No, Dennis? No? You've never seen Deep Cover?
No. Was he Larry Fishburne?
Wow. Yeah, it was Larry Fishburne. This was just Larry Fishburne.
Yeah.
Not even Sir Lawrence or anything
I
like
think
that.
even in Boys to Men, he was, or not Boys to Men, but
He was in Boys to Men? They taking your card, Dennis.
Boys in the Hood. I think he was Larry Fishburne.
How do I say goodbye? I had no idea that was
a lot
him.
of boys things.
No, Fury. I had no idea Furious Styles was in Boys to Men. That'd be awesome.
Motown Furious going on.
Boys Juice in the Hood.
That sounds like it could be a stage name.
Yeah, Furious Styles. I'm surprised some rapper hasn't come out as Furious Styles.
Yeah.
It's almost too perfect. I bet there is something somewhere. So it's spelled differently or something with like a Z or some dumb shit like that. But I don't know how you would spell Furious with a Z, because it starts with an F. But that's neither here nor there.
Furious.
Silent Z.
It's a silent Z. It's like one of those weird Czechoslovakian things. It's like a silent Z.
A Z with a circle on top. So where are we? So this guy keeps telling her that she's his daughter. She's
Call me daddy.
She's gonna start remembering soon. You'll start remembering soon.
Well, the guy that wakes her up,
Oh God.
I was dying, right? I couldn't. This Intech guy, I couldn't figure out who he was, but he was like stupid familiar, and so I had to look him up. The guy's name is like Gregory Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
Who he was, and then I looked up his IMDb. He played Julio, who was Lamont's Puerto Rican friend on.
Really?
Son. And
wow.
He was also Lieutenant.
Excuse me, Lamont's Puerto Rican boyfriend.
Oh, you subscribe to that theory?
Lamont's homosexual?
Sure.
Oh, okay, all right.
Barney Miller.
He was hanging out with Julio a lot.
All
In a
right,
junk
okay.
pile.
Same on the DL.
Is the junk pile like a code for gay sex?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we're
was the
going-
name of the gay club.
Mhm.
The junk pile.
We're gonna go hang out by the junk pile. What you want to do over there by that junk pile?
Yeah. See, Fred Sanford, he thought that they were just hanging out outside. They were down the street, though.
Interesting.
Well, no, they were down in the
Gay
courtyard.
nightclub.
the gay nightclub.
No, and
Oh, that's
other
really
thing I remember this guy from. There was a episode of All in the Family where Archie wakes up one morning and somebody has painted a swastika on his front door.
Oh, Edith there.
And so, he's going to call the cops or whatever. And then this guy shows up, Paul Benjamin or whatever.
Just out of the blue with no permit or anything.
No permit, just painted swastika on. And then this Jewish guy shows up who was last week Puerto Rican on Sanford and Son. And he's from the Hebrew Defense Association,
Okay.
making fun of the old JDL, whereas like
Uh-huh.
the Star of David with a fist thing. And so he played a Jew that week. And at the end of the episode, because he was telling Meathead that you got to fight the Nazis and all this stuff, and then at the end of the episode, his car blows up and he dies. And it really
Interesting.
impacts Archie.
Also,
Violence solves nothing.
strangely enough, in 1992, played a drug dealer, Felix Barbosa, in Deep Cover. That's so weird. Wow, man.
Circles within circles.
Wow, yeah. And do you know who directed Deep Cover? Bill Duke. Do you know who Bill Duke is?
Oh, really?
From
I was just
Predator.
watching Predator. I was just watching Predator the other day.
I thought he was the guy from.
My son was in the room, and it got to the part where he was going to rip Billy's spine out of his back. I was like, "Oh, you gotta go!
So leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
don't want to see this."
Bill Duke. Interesting. So yeah. So wow, that's interesting. So this guy, he was in Planet of the Apes. Oh, excuse me. He was in Beneath Planet of the Apes.
Mhm.
He was in Palpion. He was in Towering Inferno, The Prisoner of Xanda. Never heard of that one. He was in every fucking TV show. This guy is just an old actor that just showed up on everything. God damn, he was in everything.
He was your ethnic looking guy.
Yeah, he was in Mission Impossible.
He was in
Mods.
Mission
He was in
Impossible.
3 times as 3 different people.
He was in Mission Impossible opposite Leonard Nimoy and Shatner.
Huh.
As Leonard Nimoy in 1970 and Shatner in 1972.
Yeah, he was on Mission Impossible, Mod Squad, Sanford and Son, Kung Fu, The Waltons, Hawaii Five-0, Gunsmoke, Columbo. Oh, I love Columbo. I have to see Publish or Perish. I've probably seen that episode. Barney Miller, Hunter, Greatest American Hero, Heart to Heart, Quincy, M.E., Zorro. And so this guy is he's like a Puerto Rican Dr. Philip Bombay. Like he's just one of those guys that was just in the 70s. He was in everything.
Yeah.
I miss guys like that.
He was either Puerto Rican, Cuban, Italian, or Jewish.
Yeah.
He was just
He
that
would have been the
generic.
guy who showed up like 5 times on Law and Order if he was like 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should build a statue to this guy because without him, there wouldn't be Al Pacino, who could also play all those parts. So if it wasn't for this guy, there'd be no Al Pacino because Al Pacino plays Jewish guys and Italian guys and Colombian guys and Puerto Rican guys.
2 careers running parallel. One was super successful. The other is playing a Cardassian on some Star Trek show.
I would love to see Al
I would love to
Pacino.
see Al Pacino.
play
Cardassian.
Hooah! He'd be the littlest fucking Cardassian ever.
But then the guy that plays the dad, Leggett Gilmore Girl,
Leggett, yes. I'm gonna say, I know it's fun to like things that were once popular, that come back, but that Gilmore Girls show is just dog shit. Like, not good. That's a hot take. That's a hot take right there. Not good.
Ben's face when you said that was like you just slapped him right across the cheek.
Not good.
His face was the picture that shows up for the definition of crestfallen in the dictionary.
That mother is annoying, and she's not a good mother at all, and I don't like it. I don't like that show. That show stinks.
Wait, you're talking about the new one or the?
I'm talking about
original?
the old one too.
Okay, yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, I'm on board with you.
I haven't seen
I've
the
never
new
seen
one.
it.
I haven't seen the new ones.
That was my contemporary opinion of that show when it was live, in first run or whatever.
Stinks.
It's like not for me.
Because Stephanie tried watching it, and she was watching it with me, and I was like, "This show just sucks. That lady's annoying as fuck." And go ahead.
Her dad on the show was played by Edward Herrmann.
Was he in Deep Cover?
No, he was the dad. He was the vampire in Lost Boys.
Oh, okay. He was the main baddie.
Right. He also does audiobooks, and if he just has the perfect voice for audiobooks. He did like several Revolutionary War history books that I listened to.
Interesting.
Fabulous voice. No, but so Leggett guy.
Leggett.
He played a judge on Boston Legal, which starred William Shatner as Denny Crane. The first episode, Leggett
And James Spader.
Don't forget James Spader.
But we're talking about Star Trek. So he was Judge Hurwitz on Boston Legal. His first episode was the episode called "Son of the Defender," and it was the episode that they used footage from Shatner 50 years ago on a show called The Defender, where the guy had got out of prison and he was coming to hunt down Denny Crane to hold him responsible for spending the last 50 years in jail. And so they
Cape Fear style.
Well, they cut in film from the original show back in 50 years ago, and now.
All right.
So it was
Pretty clever.
That is clever, but I'm not going to be afraid of a 75-year-old man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's because you figured he went to jail.
Yeah, he's been getting fucked in the ass for 50 years. Like,
Yeah, but the thing is that it was his son with the gun that was like.
I'm not afraid of that guy.
Father.
So it was the son that was after him.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant it was the old man that was that because
The old man was there, but
yeah, I'm not going to be afraid of a 75-year-old man. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way that's happening. Like,
So this is like that Luther episode where that kid starts killing cops.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Put in jail. Yeah.
And again, if the police officers in England carried guns, Luther would not be as dramatic because he could just shoot him and then it would be over.
Yeah.
Give that man a gun, for God's sakes. Take away his very tight fitting sexy pea coat and give the guy a fucking pistol, or at least loosen the
with no pockets.
Yeah, at least
Because
loosen.
he's got to put the in his pants.
It'd be a great idea if somebody said, give me a fucking gun, I could shoot these people. No, Luther, we have cameras everywhere. Like, that's all. It's closed caption. It's bullshit, mate. I need a gun. Blah, blah, blah. Take the gun out the door and give it to me. I'll shoot her. Yeah. And then there's parts, where they're trying to convince, Kira's like, I'm not your daughter. This is stupid. And then the guys from what are they called? The SS?
Obsidian Order.
The Obsidian Order show up and like, yeah, we're going to get the information out of her one way or the other. They're going to decide to torture. Some of this kind of drags a little bit. Yeah. Because it's kind of the same thing. I'm not your daughter. I love you anyway. The Obsidian Order is going to get you. And it just kind of drags a little. Then we go back to the ship and they find out the station. Then they find out that she never made it and they start doing some investigating and yada, yada, yada. And then somehow Garrick gets involved. I don't understand. Like, I guess I may have missed that part too, but I guess since they were dealing with Cardassians, they decided to get Garrick involved.
Hey, we know a Cardassian. Let's ask him.
He knew where she was. He's like, oh, she's on Cardassia.
But it's a fucking planet.
She's been kidnapped. Yeah, but like he still has his contacts in the Cardassian.
He keeps them.
Are they Empire or whatever?
Fluid.
Okay. Because at first I was like, that's kind of a stretch. That would be like, hey Dennis, there's this black dude that lives in my neighborhood. Can you talk to him for me? Because
yes.
You guys are like, that's the way I felt at first. Then
yeah,
I was like, no, I don't get that.
No, he volunteered that he knew that she was kidnapped. And then that's when Cisco roped him in to come on the mission with him.
Yeah.
Because he shows up at Julian's door and Julian, Garrick is like, hey, we should get a late night snack. And Julian's like, no, I just want to go to bed. And Garrick's like, okay, plan. And then afterwards they like, oh yeah, but there's also she's kidnapped.
Yeah, he shows up at Julian's door wearing nothing but an overcoat. And he's like, let's have a late night snack, my balls. And Julian's like, okay.
Thursday.
So I wonder if there is any like fan fiction porno with Garrick and Julian. Is there?
It has to be.
Ben's written it. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so
He's working on another volume right now.
Volume 3.
Said porno and that you're so for like porn parody, no, but for the literature erotica, yes.
Literature erotica.
There's tons of it, especially for that is a flooded market. Don't.
Now, is erotica technically considered literature?
Yes, it is. That is a style.
Style of literature.
It's a genre.
Because I tell you what, man, I love, like, as soon as Garrick got involved, my interest level in this episode just kind of went up a notch. Because I love Garrick. Like, he's a great character.
So is it like all of the non-humans, basically, and non-Bajorans? Quark, Odo, and Garrick.
Yeah.
Any episode with those three, it just automatically pops.
No, it does. It's like the everything else on that show is boring, almost to a sense where I don't. Maybe it's because I've seen it so much, or it's so interesting to me. I mean, you've got this shapeshifter. What's up?
It's not TNG.
Yeah, and it's edgy. You know what I mean? Like, you've got this dude who maybe he's like an exiled Cardassian spy who pretends to be like a tailor on a space station where everyone gets their clothes from a fucking replicator. And nobody's like, hey, that's kind of weird. They just let him kind of operate in his own little world, you know?
Yeah, well, the replicator won't fill you up while it measures you. So
yeah.
And it
got
won't
that going for me.
witty entendre at you as well.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like, yeah, you're right, Ben. Like, any episode where it's Garrick or Odo or Quark, I'm in, dude. You know?
Okay, so I found 25 pages worth of Garrick and Julian.
Yeah.
On your hard drive?
Yes.
It's a thumb drive, bro. Thumb drive. I can't. This is my work computer. I can't let people know what I do.
That's only the audiobook version that he has.
I'll record some audiobook of it if you need it.
One. His ribs is supple. No.
And Garrick mounts Julian again from behind.
We should take this on as a project to do an audio.
Do audio. We would have to contact the author.
And try to get it through Audible. Like, try to get Audible to post it.
Who do we get to read this thing?
Patreon content.
Yeah, we'd have to get the author of the books okay, though. That would be the thing. Ben, is it cool?
I just sent you guys the link.
See, I waited long enough, right? That was good. Archive of our town. Archive of our own. All right. Yep, there it is.
Copy this.
Julian and Garrick. Wow. There's a lot of
open this incognito.
And it's like, and it's new. Like, this stuff is from 2000, like June 30th. Like, so this is pretty new.
Oh, yeah.
Elliam, Garrick. Yeah, I'm all right. Posted on Tumblr, changes some ships. This is interesting. A different kind of monster.
Tag every single Star Trek character?
That's what it looks like.
There's your cover.
Oh, there's a cover?
I just linked it. You know, that's going to be the cover that we
That's so.
Oh my God.
That's so spot on for Julian.
And I'm just thinking, that, for the fans who don't get to see the video, but we can share that.
Hang on, I can share that real fast on the screen. Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't like this is. I just don't think that it's believable because I think Garrick would be more into it than that.
Well, you see,
Like this image that we're looking at right now makes Garrick look very down low. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm not really into this, but whatevs.
It's my Facebook profile picture.
It has very much a like what's that movie with the gay cowboys? Rawhide. It's got a
Brokeback Mountain.
Unforgiven. It's got an Unforgiven vibe too. No, it's got a Brokeback Mountain vibe where like Garrick is the Joker. You know what I mean? Like the reluctant gay. You know what I mean? Like like he's amped on it, but he's he's nervous about it or something.
He's the Heath Ledger.
Yeah, he's the Heath Ledger. Yeah, the reluctant gay. Sounds like a really shitty '90s band. We're the reluctant gay.
Like I just call him the Joker too.
Well, I mean, I'm really tired and my brain's not working right.
I get that.
Yeah. So my thought patterns kind of come, and then I just hit a wall, and then I just kind of have to vaguely search for the terms I'm looking for. It's like I'm playing charades with myself. Like I forgot Heath Ledger's name, and I was like, the Joker guy or whatever. Cesar Romero. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to bed.
Also gay.
We got a mustache. So yeah. So yeah. Man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Are you just reading all of the fan fiction now?
And then it just kind of goes on and on and on. And then Garrick has a cool scene on the ship, which is similar to the scene that he had in the first episode of the season, where he just basically yelled at that guy and was like, told him to basically fuck off because I'm Garrick and I'll fuck you up. And so it was very similar to that scene. What was it? The end of first season, end of second season, beginning of third season, where Garrick's
when that was.
Yeah, where Garrick. Yeah, it's similar to that, but it's still cool. It's like, yeah, this guy is awesome as fuck.
Then he blasts that guy later.
Yeah, he's like, look, motherfucker, I'm Garrick. You ain't. And
it's great because he seems like such a twerp most of the time. Like I can't think of a better word for it, but he's so lame. And then he's just like, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
If they didn't have the Obsidian Order, he would be a serial killer. It's like
he's like
to channel his bloodlust.
He's like Space Dexter or something.
Yes. He's gonna turn into a lumberjack at the end of the season.
Spoilers. But yeah, so he's definitely
nobody wanted to see that.
No.
I didn't even finish Dexter. Like
you're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine.
I heard it got really, really bad.
Dee Dee shows up and takes over the lab, and it's
Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
for real.
No, that would have been better. Than
I'd be like, oh shit, Puffy shows up. It's like, yeah, what up, Dexter?
No, I can't lead you on like that. Like the last couple of seasons are awful.
He would have to wear sunglasses all the time inside, so you can't see his little tiny eyes.
What's up, Dexter? Yo, I know you be killing all those people. Yeah. Well, what? Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Your Eclipse glasses look like they're from Back to the Future too.
Mine, they're very Devo looking with the reflective lenses. Like I feel like I'm a member of like a Devo cover band. I wish I could see myself in them, but I can't because they're so dark. I can't see anything.
Well, you can watch the video later.
Maybe I will.
Take a selfie.
I don't know how to do that. I don't understand that.
I am your density.
I like how you're trying to look at it now.
Ben looks good though. They look cool. They do look like the fucking Back to the Future glasses.
Oh, here's the ones we got.
Darth Vader. Whoa, those are very steampunk looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how we all have cool Eclipse glasses, but they're all different. Like they're all kind of different styles. Like Ben's definitely like the most sciencey based. Jenny's looks total steampunk, and I look like fucking Back to the Future Devo.
You look like you got yours from Walgreens.
Fuck you, Dennis.
That's just what it looks like compared to theirs.
I'm just gonna do the rest of the show with these glasses on.
A cool wall, but I can't. The thing is, I can't see anything. So like, I don't trust Dennis enough that he's not making faces at all of us.
What's this thing is ours have the little flip up.
I can put them on like that so I can still see.
Yeah.
I'm like a sexy eclipse librarian because they're all on the edge of my nose. I'm like, oh, would you like to see the moon? Oh.
That's no moon.
So yeah, so like I said, it kind of drags a little, some of it, but it's still interesting. And then then Kira finally figures it out. She's like, man, I'm not your daughter. This is a trick. They tried to, because the father says like, okay, I can't let him do this to you. I can't let him break you. I'm going to take you off of the fucking planet.
'Cause he's on the central command, so he's a bigwig.
Yeah, he's balling, son. But she's like, no, I can't let you do that or whatever. And then she kind of finally figures it out. Like, they're trying to get to you. Like, they think that you're, because I guess he admits
dissident.
Does he admit that he's a dissident? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who was thinking of that song.
I was thinking of that. This was like a Pearl Jam episode because I was thinking about "Don't Call Me Daughter, Not Fit to."
Yeah.
The picture left will remind me. Don't call me daughter. Yeah, they were going for that Pearl Jam versus audience with this one.
I like it.
Yeah,
I seem to recognize your face.
that was a good record, man. But yeah, so then Kira figures it out, and they're just there waiting for her to figure it out. Like they just show up, like, "What's up?" Like they were just, we didn't hear you guys come in. Like you're just waiting right there. Like nobody
They had
decided
like those those changing partitions you can put in the corner of the room. They were just hiding behind there. All right, she said it. Let's go.
No one suspects the Spanish Inquisition
Or the Obsidian Order.
And then they just come out like, "Yeah, you figured it out, man. You good, major titties."
He should have slow clapped when he said it. Very good.
I think I don't think the slow clap was big then. I think maybe if this would have been done maybe like 5 years ago when the slow clap was a thing. Because is the slow clap still a thing?
I think it's kind of always been a thing. It's just it's gotten.
It seems to me when we were
big thing.
kids, like it was big. Like villains used to do that a lot. The slow clap reveal, because that was on SNL, like the slow clap family or something like, or the sarcastic family, and they would all like slow clap whenever somebody says something dramatic.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Phil Hartman was in that. It was fucking great.
God, I love Phil Hartman. God rest his soul. I say,
Fuck Andy Dick.
his death started the downward spiral of The Simpsons. Not saying that it still wasn't good, but when they lost Phil Hartman, that was a big piece of that show.
No, America started spiraling.
It's all Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
I love Phil Hartman. He's great.
America lost any hope for the future when Phil Hartman died.
When did he die?
94? Some weird. No, it was
shit.
No, 98 or something.
90. Was it 98? Let me see.
Wasn't it just before Futurama came out?
Yeah, because he was supposed
college.
to be the voice of the captain.
Yep. Zap Brannigan.
Yeah, Zap Brannigan. He died in 1998. I love Phil Hartman. He is amazing. Like he was just so fucking awesome. Yeah, Troy McClure was the best. I love Troy I love the fucking lawyer was awesome. I mean, God, Phil Hartman was just amazing.
Lionel Hutz.
Hutz. The monorail episode was fucking great. Yeah, that's a real bummer. God damn it, Phil
They
Hartman.
had a musical marathon, Simpsons musical marathon on recently on FXX.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
monorail was in there. The one where Apu gets fired, that one was in there.
Yeah.
The whorehouse one.
Yeah, he's great. It's a damn shame.
Did they have the musical Planet of the Apes?
Oh, God, that's so much. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
You'll never make a monkey out of me.
I might watch that one before I go to bed. I hate every chimp I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee. I got you the part of the human. It's the part I was born to play, baby. It's so fucking hilarious. Phil Hartman. God bless him. All right. So, so they show up out of fucking nowhere. And then also, Cisco and his guys just show up from out of nowhere.
They're all sitting around the corners, like waiting for them, like trying to film them having sex.
It's like Bob Crane.
Exactly.
Wait, he was the father, and she was the. Oh no!
They're into that.
And then,
Cardassian.
what was Odo like? Did somebody spill a glass of water?
No,
He threw a jacket or something.
he had a backpack.
I was wondering what Cisco was doing. I was like, why did he throw that? Whatever it was.
It was a backpack. He walks in and he throws it back. It's not like he had a backpack on and then he takes it off and throws it. It's like he's got his
So
backpack.
you're saying basically he charged in there with no permit and just started throwing shit at it.
Throwing backpacks around.
Threw a backpack right at the Cardassian.
Like, I wonder, like, why was the guy like, what the fuck are you throwing a backpack at me for, man? That's so weird.
Throw it at
He
him.
throws a backpack, honestly.
He threw it off to the side.
He's like, ugh, like he was trying to trick him. Like, hey, what's that? Woo! But I do dig the DS9, and I think they saw them on TNG for a little, but the rifles, like the stun rifles, those things are pretty badass. I dig it. I dig the rifles. We've seen them at least twice now, I think, right? They're always fucking running and gunning on DS9.
Well, yeah, but later on we're going to see more assault rifles. So
Gotta ban those shit, son. Ban the fucking space assault rifles.
pew pew pew.
Pew, 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 pew. But yeah, so
Just
they all
take it
get
out of my cold, dead space hands.
so they all get bummed out because Garrick's. They're like, "What the fuck, Garrick? What are you doing? We were gonna let you back into the order. We were gonna let you back in the club, and you had to show up with these dicks." Garrick's like, "Yeah, whatever," and then he shoots him. And then it wasn't exactly like that. It was kind of like that.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then
And the guy, like, you would figure Obsidian Order guy would have a sneaky way to pull the hidden weapon that he has.
yeah.
But this guy is like making a big show of it. I'm gonna get my weapon.
He's like a vaudevillian actor. Hey, whoa.
Fair.
Gotta
Nope,
wait
that's-
for them to put up the title card that says my dialogue.
Nope, that's not a gun. That's a fucking dove I just pulled out of my pants, and here's a bunch of handkerchiefs. Whoa!
He's like, I was just reaching for my wallet.
I saw that episode.
And then he shoots his ass, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I always liked you." And then like, "Damn, Garrick, you're the best." Like, he's awesome. The more Garrick I see, the better. And then they just make it even better at the end because they take the father with them because now he's kind of like a traitor, I guess, or he's in the dissidents. And then him and Kira are having their kind of moment, and she's like, "Hey, let me give you a piece of fatherly advice. Don't trust Garrick." And I'm like, God, that guy's the fucking best. Like, this makes him even better. I feel like Garrick, I'm like a teenage girl, and Garrick's the boy that I'm going out with that my parents hate, and they just keep telling me more bad shit about him. I'm like, I'm going to suck his dick tonight because my parents be hating his guts. Like, he's awesome as fuck. I'm going to give him my butt. What the fuck?
Sounding more and more great to be Garrick.
Yeah, right? Garrick's awesome. And then the episode ends.
What was great about that scene at the end is, she basically tells him, why don't you stay here, right? And then he's like, oh, no, I'm not, welcome here. I'm a Cardassian. This is a Bajoran space station. And there's like a black guy walking behind him, a Bajoran black guy, and he kind of gives him the ice grill. He's like,
I'm not welcome here. But it's because Kira kind of realizes that, like, she learns a lesson that you can be a Cardassian but still an honorable person. So we all learn something at the end of the day. And it was nice. And I guess with Kira's broken family and all killed and stuff, so she kind of looks at this dude now as like a father figure, typical stripper stuff.
even though
Daddy
she
issues.
was filled with hate,
Yeah.
she was able to overcome it because he gave her love. You fucking
Yeah.
Nazis.
Love is all you need, man.
Go
That's
find
all
some
you-
love. Stop
Yeah.
being Nazis.
Stop being Nazis.
Find somebody who loves you.
Yep. But it's hard when you're a Nazi. I mean, I imagine like on a fucking dating profile, like political view, Nazi, next. Next. Nope, not doing that.
And when you automatically hate like every person of color, every Jewish person,
Do you
you know,
think
it
they
kind
have
of
that,
rules
like,
out a lot.
on eHarmony or whatever?
Like Nazi.
You put in your Nazi as your political views.
Yes, Nazi next. I don't know, man. She's too Hebrew looking for me.
No Jews, no gypsy, no commies.
No Jews, no gypsies, no commies.
Let's see, no handicaps.
No
Have to-
mugbloods, just
Yeah.
to be safe.
Just Germans, purebred Germans.
I need to see your ancestry.com. Thank you.
I just need this blood test so I can send it away to make sure you're not some kind of mongrel. What the fuck?
Let me just scrape the inside of your cheek with this Q-tip real quick.
Oh, this has really been a great dinner. I'm really having a good. Ow! What the fuck? Why are you? I need a skin sample for.
Yeah,
Hey, waits until she
it's because I like you, so I just want to make sure that you're not Jewy or something.
That you're not one of them. What do you mean? You know, everybody but me.
just before we started recording, I was reading an article where I guess some of the white supremacist groups do the Ancestry.com test, and they're getting back results that are saying, oh, yeah, you're 86% European and 14% sub-Saharan African.
No.
This is something that Maury should do to boost ratings.
Well, somebody actually, it was on some show where they were trying to like bring people together or whatever, and this like racist dude found out that he had African blood, and so this led to a bigger discussion where I guess other white supremacist groups are using the 23andMe, the Ancestry.com, and then they were finding out that they weren't as pure as they thought. And so then they've got like forums where you can go to, well, you know, obviously these DNA tests are Jew tricks to keep you from finding out.
Of course.
I mean, yeah.
Trying to,
It only makes sense that they're Jew tricks.
that was the thing that was scaring me, but that's another discussion. But anyway, yeah, so don't go to Ancestry.com. That's a Jew trick to make you think that you're black.
But I'm okay with that. And I don't really care about all those people. They're all dead. What do I care? Like, that stuff has never been really, I don't care what they all did before. I don't care. It's fun that it's a mystery to me. I don't know.
It's a magical mystery.
Just people having sex.
I'm just worried
Not
about
dead.
the future, dudes. I put on my future shades. That's what I was doing.
See, if I was Jew, I would wear mine like up top all the time.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That's how you say, put the lid down. And that's how
You'll,
It doesn't fit over the headphones, though.
you'll look like that wacky Ghostbuster chick in the Ghostbuster movie.
Yeah.
the cool one, Holtzman.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie though. I heard it's terrible because
Oh my
people
God.
were mad that Ghostbusters are girls. I had no
It's all right.
idea. I just had no idea people had such affinity for Ghostbusters. I mean, the first one was good, but the second one was pretty shitty. So they kind of ruined their own legacy there.
Yeah.
They just made some lady Ghostbusters. Hey
It's an
man,
alright movie. It's better than the
Ghostbusters.
second one.
well that's good because the second one sucked. Hey man, Ghostbusters don't have cycles, man. Hell no. They don't go on the periods, man. That's gross. Icky.
How can you bust ghosts when you're changing your tampons?
Yeah, man, what the hell?
Ain't make no sense.
And like, what if they show up and there's like a blood scene and there's a bunch of ghost blood, then the lady's ovulating and stuff? That they get confused for lady blood and ghost blood. Then we got to call Ancestry.com. What if we find out they're like Jews or something? And it's all kinds of fucked up.
Aren't most of the Ghostbusters Jewish anyway?
I don't know.
Other than Venkman and Winston?
There's only 4 of them.
Yeah, that's half.
I don't think that counts as most.
Well, there's scientists. That's kind of a Jewy job.
Oh, Ben, wow.
Stop, Ben.
He says while wearing his key.
Where's your tiki torch?
Can you imagine just show up at
I could see if they were bankers, but scientists.
I just want to show up at the next rally, you know, with the keep all the way up 4 and just have my torch. Hi guys.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
We did it before, and we can do it again. Do it again. Hey.
Now, what do you rate the episode, Benjamin? What do you say? I'll start with you.
This one. I want to give it like a 6.5 or a 7. I can't decide. So I'm gonna say 6.5.
All right, Jenny.
Well, you know what? I was torn between 6.5 and 7, so I'll give it a 7. Just to balance yours out.
Damn, son, just to argue with you, man. Got no respect, these women.
Well, it was trying to like compromise, but if you want to put it that way, yeah, fuck you, Ben.
Whoa, dude.
A good Aryan woman would agree with her, man.
Trouble in paradise.
That's because I'm not a good Aryan woman.
Mute her mic. Mute her mic.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. You shut up. Shut up, Jenny, with your thinking. What do you say, Dennis?
I was actually thinking 6.5 also.
All right.
It's pretty good.
So I see you agree with the Jew, huh? Typical. We minorities sticking together. Well,
The
me
Muslims and the Jews, just like always, working together.
me and White Jenny are gonna go with the 6.5.
That's what we said.
That's what we did.
Oh, 7.
We used our Jew-Muslim magic on you.
Your powers, man. Your Oh god, that was ridiculous. But seriously though, Nazis are terrible and Donald Trump sucks. That's what a shitty.
I think we all
human-
agree to that.
Yes, what a shitty human being. And if you're a
The
Nazi,
worst part is he's too old to change. He's always going to be this shitty.
I believe John Oliver was like, Donald Trump, proof that your racist grandpa can be president, which I thought was fucking awesome. But yeah, so thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. And I guess we'll talk to you next week. That's if we survive the eclipse, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for superpowers.
The seas might boil.
I saw Heroes the first season and some of the second one. God, it was not good. And it just
I
got
hope it was
worse.
First season.
Somebody tweeted after Charlottesville that apparently the Nazis have forgotten the true power of the Jews, and to demonstrate the might of the Jews, we shall blot out your son.
You know what? They're dumb enough. It might just work. So, and again, replace all Confederate statues with Bob Crane. I think it fits the modern kind of motif of 2017 America, where people are just filming way too much stuff and all kinds.
I mean,
of
the guy's a
silliness.
war hero.
Yeah, he is.
A prisoner of war for years and years.
With those wacky Jews or those wacky Nazis back on Hogan's Heroes, which is just so weird to me.
Dawson was there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Richard Dawson was there. He was an English guy. So was Isaac. Wasn't Isaac from the Love Boat on that show too? I'll have to look at that. I think Isaac was on that show.
Was a black guy.
Let me look. Because I want to say Isaac was on that show. Ted Lang was his name. Ted Lang was also on The Bartender Love Boat. Oh, wasn't he on?
Or was it the black guy from WKRP?
I don't think it was him. Who was the black
How many
dude?
70s black guys were there?
I mean, there's like 6 of
Or
them.
Pops.
Look up Hogan. Let me see. Hogan's Heroes.
Black guy on Hogan's Heroes is going to my Google search.
Produced by Bing Crosby.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
When are they going to reboot Hogan's Heroes?
Never.
Can Chloe?
Kenneth Washington. That sounds like a black guy's name.
Yeah.
James.
I mean, it does.
I'm saying though, the guy's name is King Chloe. Let me put it in the same.
Corporal Louis Lebleu. A free French guy. Andrew J. Carter.
Name. He was played by Ivan Dixon.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. Hang on. Now I gotta see who's Ivan Dixon. What did he do?
He was the black guy on.
But what else did he do, Ben?
That Have Gun Will Travel.
I love that show.
Raisin in the Sun. Perry Mason.
He was on Perry Mason?
Yep.
You know what? Perry Mason's not that bad. I like Perry Mason's pretty good. He was on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I love that show. The Vulcan Affair. I remember that episode.
Magnum P.I. Oh, he was a director of 13 episodes of Magnum P.I.
Nice.
Directed an episode of Quantum Leap.
He was on The Twilight Zone, Big Tall Wish. Is that the one with the boxer? Yeah, that's it. He was that. Yeah.
Directed 9 episodes of Rockford Files.
He's another one of those guys that was just in everything. The Walton, Starsky and Hutch, Rockford and Files, which is a great show. McCloud.
Yeah, but see, he was, what do you call it? Like behind the camera.
He was the director. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I Spy. There you go. Cool. So good for that guy. I thought, hey, okay, all right. I got my 70s black guys with mustaches mixed up. I apologize.
It happens.
God rest his soul. He died. What's retinal failure? What's that mean? His eyeball stopped working?
He died from that?
He looked at a solar eclipse.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
His kidney failure.
Yeah. Renal failure.
Renal. I thought it said retinal. Which would have been a lot more fucking terrifying. Being that all of us wear glasses.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Our eyes are going to blow up in our heads and we're going to be dead. Oh my gosh. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening. I apologize. I'm rambling. We're all kind of rambling. But it's great to listen to. So
I'm buzzing. So
hey, much like this episode, we all learned a lesson. Love is all you need, baby. Goodbye. I
like how we're all just waving still, like they can hear us wave.
The the Beverly Hillbillies up in the door. Y'all come back now, you hear?
I don't want to end.
Didn't they wave at the end of the Brady Bunch too?
No, they just look around.
Yeah, that's what it
What's
looks
going
like.
But
on?
at the end, they don't wave.